Good morning, guys. Well, first day back to school. Kids are on the bus safe and sound. Got my walk in. I didn't do a walk and talk video today, guys. I've just taken a break from it. I stopped at the post office. I dropped all my eBay stuff off, guys. So that's all set. We're done doing that for the day. I'm going to go out in the garage in a little bit and see if I have anything else to list on eBay. I've pretty much listed everything. I think I just have some odds and ends in a small tote that I've been meaning to get around to after the kids started school, and I think I'm going to start on that today. Time depending, of course. So if you've been living under a rock, you understand what's going on with the tariff situation in the U.S. Courts have deemed them to be illegal, so we don't know where that's going to end up. I believe there's an October 14th date where they'll have a chance to challenge this. We'll probably take this to the Supreme Court. We're just going to see how that plays out. I'm not going to get into it too much. I've done some videos on that. If you want to check some of my prior videos, you'll see what that means. It's just a huge pain in the butt if you're a seller from outside of the United States and you want to send anything into the U.S. There's going to be pretty much tariffs on everything at this point. So a lot of the goods that are coming into the U.S., the prices are going to be higher, or there will simply just be less product coming into the U.S. I think that's what you'll see is probably more likely, guys. So, that being said, the U.S. has removed the de minimis exemption. Now, what the de minimis exemption was, anything coming into the country under $800 was duty-free. So, you didn't really have to worry about tariffs or duties or anything like that. You could freely ship into the United States. This has been in effect since 2016, guys. So, almost 9 years of this. For someone like me that ships small things through eBay, it's just a non-starter. The amount of paperwork you have to do to send things, you have to take pictures, document where the item was manufactured, so a lot of the times you need the actual address of where it was manufactured. And you know yourself, there's so many different components in a product like an electronic and that, it's totally impossible. So, if you are going to ship down there, you would expect to pay the absolute highest tariff on whatever you are shipping. I believe that's how the rules work. We're not going to get into that. As I said, lots of other videos I've made on this explaining the topics, guys. If you need any further explanation on those, I would check out some of my other videos. We'll do a little update on my eBay store. And as you can imagine, this has kicked the shit out of my eBay store, guys. Surprisingly, August was a good month for me. And I don't know if this was because most people in the United States maybe knew this was coming. Complaints there. I'm also going to go over how I've pivoted on my business in this, show you guys how I'm selling and picking up the slack from the slower eBay sales. And again, summer's typically slow on eBay anyways, guys, so you have to expect that. And then with all the global uncertainty now with what's going on in the United States, it's just going to make it worse, and you're just going to have to work that much harder to get these sales. So that being said, I'm going to pop some of this stuff up on the screen, and we'll get right into it. So first of all, I'm just going to show you the graph, guys. As you can see, August 4th was a very good day for me. $300 in sales that day. 53, 104. 42, and then you're going to see here no sales, and then these are just lower sale days, but in all honesty, for summer months this is pretty good. Everyone's traveling, not a lot of people are actually buying, so a lot of low dollar days, not a lot of sales here, guys. There's not really much to look at. The last few days it's picked up a little bit here, 60, 30, and then 12, 70 there, and then I think I had one sale this morning so far. It's still early in the day. I would expect to probably have another sale or two maybe. What we're going to do is we'll pull up the sales for the last month here, guys. So we're going to pop that up. Have a quick look at my August sales, guys, and then you can see how things are going and what I'm actually selling on eBay and what we're selling it for. So total sales, we have $1,661. Taxes and fees, we have $160, and then selling costs, that's including shipping, for a total of $515.96. So the net sales minus all that was $985.16. Now, I do ship some things letter mail. Since I ship more down to the United States, this number's not very high, I would say. So I'm going to say my net profit after everything here is probably going to be around $850 or so, guys, and that includes product cost and that. Mostly what I have sold has been, $1 or less, so I really haven't sold a lot. So yeah, I'm going to say, 800 to 850 is probably where my net profit is for the month. Now, for August, that's really good. Very surprising, honestly, that I sold that much. Guys, we're going to have to do the second part of this video again. My camera failed. Sometimes I use this media mod because it has a microphone on it. It helps with the GoPro that I use. I think I have the GoPro 9 and the microphone on it is not that good. So I definitely think I'm going to get a new microphone for this or just a new camera in general. This was good, but sometimes when you're using it, it locks the camera up and then the files seem to get corrupted and you can't turn it off. As you can see, it's got its own little buttons on the side and back. And I think sometimes when you put these on, it's just a little too tight and it pushes the buttons in and it screws the camera up. Either that or it overheats or something. I don't know, guys, but half time I use this, it fucks it up. Pardon my French. So I don't think I'm going to use it again. I do apologize if the audio is not that great. I'll get a different microphone for this or something. I don't know. We'll see. It does work. It works okay, but it just messes up too much to use. And I don't like re-recording stuff, guys. It's a pain in the butt. That being said, let's look what I sold for the year on eBay, and we'll go over what I'm doing to compensate for the lack of sales. You can see here, $12,000 in sales for the year, guys. Not very good. Total is down 24.8%, so 25% total monetary sales are down. Collected by eBay, $1,087. That's basically sales tax for people that are buying. Selling costs, $4,530. Now this includes shipping, eBay fees, and all that sort of thing. And net sales of that is $6,400, we'll say. Now that doesn't take into account product cost or the shipping that I do outside of eBay. Now the shipping I do outside of eBay is basically letter mail to some things in Canada. So I'm going to say I'm probably around that $5,000 mark for the year, guys. That's really low for what I was hoping for. But again, I could see this coming. The economies are not good. And as you can see, quantity sold 537. So I'm down 34.6 on the amount of sales I've had. And that's just not good, you know. Now there has been downtime. Canada Post's been shut down a few times. You know, there's vacation time and there's just some other factors to play with that takes a little bit out of it. I've probably had about a month and a half of downtime, so that's probably a big part of it. But again, still not good. Do the top categories while we're at it, just so you guys can see. So movies and TV is 36% of my sales. Video games, consoles, 18%. Now I don't sell consoles online anymore unless they're the junk ones that don't work. Music, 7.2%. You know, that's your CDs, cassettes, if I have the odd 8-track or something like that. Toys and hobbies, 7%. And music, again, I'm not too sure what, I guess it's cassettes it says here, guys. So, you know, my music altogether is probably about 10%. And not too happy with this. I'm happy for the extra $5,000 for sure. It helps, especially with the way things are nowadays. Now, what I have done to pivot from online sales as much, I've focused more on Marketplace. I'm looking for deals more on Marketplace and Kijiji. Video game consoles, I know it sells easy. If you can find PS4s, Nintendo Wii's, Wii U's, again, you'll sell those pretty quick, guys. You'll make a decent amount of money on them. Just don't overpay. You know, the thrift store is not a viable option for me at this point. If it is for you still, that's good. There's just too much competition. The profit margins are razor thin on those. I don't know how people are making a go of it selling full-time right now. I can really see it as if you have a lot of the quantity to it. Like I said, I got 3,500 listings. You guys can see what's selling. I think the key to it really is, guys, you need a ton of inventory. You need to be listing, you know, like 20 to 50 items a day if you really want to take it to that next level. I'm not there with it. I'm not going to do that. I just don't want to fill up my house and garage with this stuff. It's not something I want to explore at this point. My best advice really is focus on the higher dollar stuff that people will buy, even though we are in a recession. You know, people are still going to buy the digital cameras. They'll buy the cheaper consoles, older stuff too, like the N64s, NESs, GameCubes, you know. You can sell those. I don't know how the Sega stuff is doing. I know the Gen 2 Genesis sells pretty cheap, 40 or 50 bucks. So search out bigger and high dollar items. Marketplace is the place, guys. Again, it's getting competitive too, so just be aware of that. That being said, this won't be a super long video, guys. I just wanted to update you on my eBay stuff. I'm kind of a little pissed about my camera taking a dump there, so it is what it is. As for the channel, I'm going to continue doing the eBay stuff and the gaming stuff. I'm going to do some more hiking in the winter. I'll upload that. Please don't be offended by the world news stuff and that. I really enjoy doing that. It's one of my hobbies is checking out politics and that. I'm not going to get political with it. It's more just about an update of, how the country's going, how the world's going, and stuff like that. Seem to do like them, so I'm going to keep uploading those as well. We'll keep them all in separate playlists. Feel free to skip them if you don't like them. Anybody that's watching everything, really appreciate it, guys. Everyone's been super supportive. I love engaging, having chit chats and stuff with you guys. It's awesome. I hope your sales are better than mine, guys. It's been tough with what's happened in the US and the Canada Post strikes here, but we're just going to keep plugging away. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.